Yeah, okay, hello, let's do practice again to reading and speaking in the 11. Okay, and today I want to talk, I want to reading and speak about the problem with waiting for motivation. In this conversation is usually with two people, name is Yuno and the other is Nanda. Can I tell you something I've noticed? Nada, sure. I spend a lot of time waiting to feel motivated. That's normal. It is more normal than you think. The problem is that motivation doesn't show up when I want it to. That's because motivation is unreliable. People keep saying that because it's true. I wish it were me too. Some mornings I wake up ready to conquer the world, and other mornings I don't even want to check my messages. I'm serious, I know. It's strange. What's strange? This impression can feel completely different from one day to the next. That's called being human. Quiet enough. Let me ask you something. Go ahead. When you don't feel motivated, what do you usually do? Honestly, always. I tell myself I'll start later, and does that work? Rarely. I thought so. Usually, I end up wasting time doing that, watching random videos. Oh yes, I know. What? The productivity trap. The what? You tell yourself you're taking a short break. Okay. Then somehow an hour disappears. That sounds familiar because everyone has done it more than once. Probably more than 100 times. Let's not count. Good idea. So, what's the solution? Start before you feel ready. That's terrible advice. Why? Because I want to feel ready first. Everybody does. Then why doesn't it happen? Because action often comes before the motivation. That sounds backwards. It does. So then motivation comes first, not necessarily. Explain. Think about exercise. Okay, most people don't feel motivated before they start to. They feel motivated after they start. Interesting. The same thing happens with studying and programming, especially programming. Why especially programming? Because the hardest part are often opening the project that's surprisingly accurate. I know sometimes I spend more energy avoiding work than doing it. It's another very human thing. Do you ever procrastinate? Of course. You seem so organized. That's because you're seeing the finished version. What does that mean? You're seeing days when things go well, not the messy days. Easily. I think social media causes the same problem. It definitely does. Everyone looks productive all the time. Nobody is productive all the time. Not even successful people. Yeah, especially successful people. Really, they are just better at getting back on track. That's a useful skill. Very useful skill. I usually focus on how many mistakes I make. That's understandable, but probably not helpful. Not very. What should I focus on instead? How quickly you recover? Recover from what? Bad days. Interesting. Everyone has bad days, true. In the brain is what happens next. Can you give me an example? Sure. Go ahead. Let's say you plan to study today, okay? But you didn't. That happens sometimes. The question isn't whether you fail today, then what's the question? Will you continue tomorrow? That's actually a good point. Most progress is built after mistakes, not before. Not usually. I never thought about it that way. Think about learning to ride a bike. Okay, are you learning by never failing? Of course not. Exactly. I learn because I keep trying. There you go. You know what? What? I think I spend too much time trying to be perfect. Most people do. Why? Because perfection feels safe. What do you mean? If you want until everything is perfect, you never have to reach failure. Yes, uncomfortable because it's true. I don't like how often you say that. I don't like how often it's true. Fair enough. Can I ask you something? Sure. What would happen if you stop waiting for motivation? I'd probably get more than probably. I'd probably make more mistakes too. Definitely. That doesn't sound encouraging. Mistakes are part of the deal. I know. You can improve without them. That's true. The goal isn't to avoid mistakes. Then what is the goal? To keep moving, even slowly? Yeah, especially slowly. I think I'm starting to understand something. That's what's that? Motivation is nice. It is, but it shouldn't be a requirement. Exactly. Some days I'll feel motivated, and some days you won't. But I can still take a small step. That's the idea. One small step at a time. Yeah, one small step at a time. One project at a time. Yeah, one project at a time. One day at a time. Yeah, one day at a time. I think you can too. Okay, thank you.